Greetings, fashionistas and style enthusiasts. Today we explore Gen Z and millennial fashion differences. In a world that is run by zillennials, it's important to speak or even just get to know their language, and in our case, their fashion sense. First things first, before we do a deep dive on the difference of trends and clothing styles for millennials and Generation Z, let's get to know them first. If you don't know already, millennials are those that were born from 1981 to 1996. They probably grew up during the rise of the internet, while Gen Z has been digital natives from day one, being born at 1997 to 2012. So you would probably notice that when it comes to communication, millennials often prefer texting and social media, whereas Gen Z leans towards more visual platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Let's also touch on their shopping habits. Millennials usually love to invest in experimental activities and remain more sustainable, while Gen Z is often more focused on this more surface level and short-term stuff. So trends tend to come and go for them. While both generations share some similarities, they really have unique traits that set them apart. So now, let's talk about what you came here for. First up, millennials tend to embrace nostalgia, often incorporating styles from the 90s and early 2000s. Although Gen Z has also taken up Y2K fashion nowadays, the difference is that Gen Z is all about innovation, favoring unique avant-garde pieces that push boundaries, so they would always play around with stuff and not just stick to copying it. A good example of this is K-pop group Blackpink and the fourth generation girl group aespa. Although both groups are experimental when it comes to their outfits, Blackpink would be seen with more classic crop top paired with boyfriend jeans, while aespa would put avant-garde versions of this hip-hop girl vibe. Next, millennials often opt for brands that represent status, like designer labels, and in contrast, Gen Z values authenticity and sustainability, often supporting thrift shops and eco-friendly brands. The rise of thrift shopping and reworking clothes have gone up again, and since more and more Gen Zs have been promoting it, reworked clothes also help them to customize the clothes the way they want, while millennials would rather use that time to do other things and just pick up whatever looks good for them and wear it as is. Not that millennials don't have a sense of style, but when it comes to complications, keeping it to a minimum is best for them. When it comes to social media, millennials gravitate towards curating aesthetic, showcasing their outfits on platforms like Instagram, while Gen Z, however, prefers raw and unfiltered content, often sharing their fashion choices on TikTok. They consume more short-form content too. The more raw and unthought of, the better. So in terms of outfit photos, millennials would take good ones and curate it into a fit and certain vibe, while Gen Z would make it seem like it's effortless. But in reality, there's 5+ apps used to edit one photo, which explains the last points that of them, putting in effort is key. Now when it comes to the fit, millennials enjoy tailored, polished looks, while Gen Z, meanwhile, loves oversized and baggy styles, prioritizing comfort and individuality. Street style is a big thing for Gen Z, so name brands have also started to create unisex shirts that drape to fit the taste of this generation. Just look at the numerous oversized shirts from Alexander McQueen, Jill Sanders. Now when it comes to color, millennials often stick to classic color palettes, and again, Gen Z are more adventurous, experimenting with bold colors and patterns, often even mixing them together. Millennials often gravitate towards muted tones like pastels and earth colors, because these colors reflect a sense of nostalgia and comfort, perfect for their laid-back style. On the other hand, Gen Z loves bold and vibrant colors, as they are all about making a statement with bright neons and eye-catching hues. Next, let's talk about patterns. Millennials might prefer classic patterns like stripes and florals in their color choices, either a sundress or dress shirt for men to keep it classy and demure, while Gen Zs are more adventurous, often mix and matching more patterns with wild colors. You just can't look at Off-White, Stussy, and Supreme in clothing items coming from the boldest colors, as well as shoe brands with various colorways and unconventional combinations. When it comes to sustainability, millennials tend to lean towards eco-friendly colors that represent nature, and Gen Z, in contrast, embraces colors that symbolizes social movements and change. Though we have to remember that both generations love to express individuality, millennials might do this through vintage-inspired colors palettes, while Gen Z often opt for DIY and upcycle fashion in bright, unique colors. So if you want to learn how to dress like Gen Z, first up, you'll have to get into oversized clothing like baggy jeans and loose fitted tees combos to get you started. Next, don't forget about layering. Think graphic tee under oversized jackets or hoodies, or boxer shorts layered with low-rise jeans. It's always tricky to look natural with these outfits, but confidence is key. Footwear is also something to focus on. Chunky sneakers or platform shoes can really elevate your look. But recently, ballet flats and onitsukas have also been making the rounds. Another thing you should nail when it comes to Gen Z fashion are accessories. Try adding some colorful beanies, bucket hats, or layered necklaces and mix different colors and materials while you're at it. Another must-have is thrifted pieces. Vintage finds add a unique touch to any outfit. You will stand out as long as you know how to pull it off. Let's say you have some reworked denim bag from Carhartt and a bucket hat. Pair with the cute jorts and a tank top and you look very much like a Gen Z already. Don't shy away from bold prints and bright colors too, because they are a great way to express your personality, and they do it exactly like that. You should have more confidence and not think that you are overdoing it, because less is more is not the case with these youngins. There's definitely a lot of work that goes into looking effortlessly cool, but when it comes to OOTDs, try to find the spot that matches your vibe well, even a circular mirror or some sort of an aesthetically pleasing interior. Go and find inspos as well as on Pinterest and Instagram and immerse yourself and fully learn their fashion. Sticking to millennial fashion or even more chic and more formal is definitely okay. But if you want something new and fun, this is the way to go. Lastly, let's not forget about sustainability. Look for brands that focus on eco-friendly materials. Even if you want a new look, changing your entire wardrobe could be too much, so always look for ways to keep it minimum. If your main concern is just to look youthful and fresh, just remember to stick to vibrant colors, as bright hues can instantly uplift your look and make you feel youthful, and always add a playful touch to your outfits. Like what we always say, wear what makes you feel good and own your style. Well, that's everything we have today. Let us know if you loved this episode by leaving a comment, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more fashion content. Until next time, stay stylish, stay chic. XOXO, House of Vanity.